Guys, I am a bum. One, I forgot my camera, so I didn't record and post a video. Two, was a rest day, so I didn't have a video to post because I was resting. Motherfucker, that's 2 days of no long form video.
Cause you're training like a damn bum, you know that?
L influencer. Anyways, I spent my entire day, literally 8 hours today, on the Las Vegas Strip, applying to every single goddamn restaurant I possibly could. And I think I have a couple that hopefully fuck with your boy. So, did I wear my medium Calvin Klein tight black shirt and tight black pants? Yes. Did it work? Yes, I think it did. So, hopefully, I go from Red Robin to a nice fancy restaurant. And I was bugging them about how much they made and shit. Some of them told me how much they made. 500, like 380, casual, something like, what the fuck? I'm making like $84 back in Red Robin on a full shift. You bet your ass I'm trying to get in there. And they liked me, so hopefully I get it. Anyways, not the topic of today's video. The topic of today's video is the fact that I am eating 1,700 calories as of today. Actually, as of, what day is it? It's Tuesday, so as of yesterday, your boy dropped another muffin, more calories. And I'm gonna up my cardio tomorrow. We're gonna up it from 30 minutes total every day to probably 45 to an hour, just because my weight isn't dropping. I don't know why. I also don't know how, because I'm dropping my calories. Why is my weight not dropping? Everything that I'm doing is measured to the T, so that's why I'm a little confused. Anyways, we gotta lock in a little bit, more cardio, less calories. Hello. That's the fucking game plan. Now let's go hit, I think it's, what day is it today? Chest, delt, or is it chest and it's chest and something. Let's go. Let's go. So here's my hypothetical. Here's my hypothesis, my fucking inquiry, my thesis statement. I don't know.
Can you shut the fuck up?
When you like doing something, you're gonna succeed more than the person who likes the results of doing the said thing. If you like running, you're gonna run more than the guy who is running because he wants to lose weight. Does that make sense? That applies to everything. So for me specifically, I'm curious about psychology and I'm curious about how the brain works. So I'm like, I have an interest in psychology and that makes me want to read about it. Not necessarily to finish the book like my previous goals of like reading stuff because I want to complete stuff. I wanted to read a psychology book to understand emotions and the mind and why my brain hates me for some reason sometimes. Like I want to understand why my inner thoughts are what they are and other people's inner thoughts are what they are. I also love the idea of manipulating people, not necessarily to apply it to my own situation or life. I just am curious on how people are manipulated so I can avoid it for myself. And I think it's also helpful for like serving, to be a little bit of a manipulated piece of shit. Anyways, I thought it would be nice. So I crack open a fucking psychology book. Nothing but big words for every third word. And yes, I could like pronounce them and read them, but I didn't understand shit. I've never heard most of these words before, so I was just discouraged off rip, which is so unfortunate because just tell me why I'm thinking this, don't hit me with some weird ass big word because of your the convention you went into 1980. So you're like describing the convention you went to, but like super big words. It was something about dreams and something. And then he started getting religious and he said like that dreams and God are like not supposed to be related, but they are related. So, and then I was just like, okay, fuck this guy. I don't even know what the hell he's talking about. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. If you are losing weight because you really like to cut, you like the cutting process, you're probably gonna lose weight better than the person who just likes to look good. Not saying the person that likes to look good isn't gonna succeed. I think it's just easier based off of what your goals are. I have no idea if I'm making sense or not. Nope. What is this? Why does my tank top do this? It like rolls up on itself. It's almost like I need to tuck it because like I'm not gonna pull it down here because then I look weird. So I just want it like right there, but it keeps rolling in on itself. What the helly vanilli? Anyways, it is February 17th. So I have 39 days until March 28th, my show, and numbers don't lie. I've said that. So my weight isn't really changing a lot, which makes me worried. Even though I am increasing my deficit, it's not changing. So something needs to change. Something that I'm doing needs to be adjusted. I've only been in a 1,722 calorie caloric deficit for 2 days, but I'm worried that that's not enough. Yes, I have 39 days, but I'm also not even close to where I need to be. I need to step it the fuck up. I was expecting to be end result 1,500. My end result is gonna be like 13 or 14 or like 12, something lower. Either that or 2 hours of cardio, you know? The leaner you get, the more your body wants to fight it because you're not supposed to be that lean. Having fat on your body is like a safety mechanism for your body. So it's like, okay, stop losing weight, you cunt. We're gonna keep it. And you have to fight that. So in order to fight that, you have to kick your own ass a little harder. I'm just worried, man. It's probably the refuels, low key. It seems to, I fucked up my last refuel. Respectfully, I fully admit that I ruined that. But like even maybe my regular refuels are probably too much. So we might have to just get rid of it for the next, what did I say, 39 days? So 4 weeks, five weeks. I'm gonna go crazy though. I really like those refuels. So there could be a multitude of reasons on why I think I'm not getting leaner. 1, my calories could be too high or my cardio could be too low. 2, my carbs could potentially be too high. I'm at 104, so that doesn't seem like a lot. 3, it could be the amount of water consumption, whether that's too much or not enough. Or 4, I'm completely in my head and I'm just not seeing that I'm getting leaner day by day and I'm just completely like mentally ill. Totally an option, and it would suit me because I do that a lot, but I can't just be like, yeah, I'm probably doing it right. Because like I said, you know, numbers don't lie. And I would go off of visually, but my eye for leanness is poor, you know? Yo, what's good, brother?
Did you just get here, or are you in the
Yeah,
middle of it?
well,
Okay.
I like at the middle-ish, but I got another like 3 hours, so.
What are you wearing? Is that Breathe Divinity?
It is. My mom just bought it for me.
Oh, okay. It looks very good on you, I will say.
Thank you.
I'm not a fan of Breathe Divinity's athletes.
You don't like the...
No, it's cringy as fuck and it pisses me off. It literally pisses me
Wait,
off.
ready?
I hate that. Like, you're angle maxing. I fucking hate you.
Angle maxing is real though. Shit, you angle
I
max
do.
too. Don't give me that.
I do like the clothes. Looking good though, man. Are you in the middle of the cut? Is that why?
Yeah, I'm 13 of 18.
You look really good, man. It's looking good.
Thank you.
It's paying off. You feel okay?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My best friend.
So here's what's most likely gonna happen. There's a restaurant on the strip that seemed to have interest in me, but the chances of them just hiring me off rip as a server are low, like super low. So what's probably gonna happen is I'm gonna get hired as a busser, working for less money than I'm working for now, or maybe about the same. But the benefit is that it'll boost the fuck out of my resume. Plus, it'll have room for promotion to become a server, hopefully, at a restaurant on the strip that's fucking huge, considering these people are making hella money. But think about it this way, I think I earn 4%, and I did the math. So 2 servers that I'm bussing for, and if they each earn 200 and I only earn 4%, that's $16, I think, if I did that right. So not a lot, basically. But I mean, that makes it to where I'm earning 15 to like however much. So I'm probably working like 8 hours, so whatever that math is, probably 16 something. So not that bad. I'd rather earn less temporarily to potentially earn more later on, with the addition to also having a resume boost. But like, am I actually earning less? Because I'm also only working like 2 shifts a week at Red Robin, so. Plus the vibe on the strip is cool as hell. I will be the most jacked busser. Damn. The psychology book that I tried to read and try to get into is called The Interpretation of Dreams, which I just kind of, I don't know why I chose that one. I just heard it was good and I was like, I dream. Maybe I should, like the interpretation of gold dreams, not like sleeping dreams, you know what I mean? Actually, is it sleeping dreams, actually? But they're using words like, so my task was to find a contemporary therapist for Neil Zetch. I combined historical documents to learn that in 1882, there was no such thing as a psychotherapist. The field of psychotherapy did not yet exist. Fraud was only 27, blah, 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 blah. Psychiatry bullshit. There's a lot of words that just kind of ruin the flow of my reading, and it just kind of destroys the whole inspiration of trying to learn psychology. Half of this shit, he's just yapping about random shit, and I don't understand why, and I can't even comprehend what he's even talking about. So it's like discouraging as hell. Plus, I lost interest in the topic anyways, so I was like, why am I reading this when I could just read dream psychology? Actually, that's not the one I even wanted to read. Whatever it was, I chose the wrong book. Either that or I didn't give it a fair enough chance because I only read like 1 or 2 chapters, so is that even fair? Probably not. Anyways, I destroyed that goal before it even started. Maybe I should reignite that. I need a psychology for noobs book or something. I'm not really sure what I was expecting. I'm not a nonfiction reader. I've never read a nonfiction book in my life from start to finish, so. Isn't it kind of interesting to think about how you can basically learn anything and everything that you want for free? You just go to a library and you grab a handful of books and you just read it and try to understand it, and then you know it. Isn't that crazy? All it takes is like a relatively good amount of effort, and then you learn something. Anything that you want. You could become a doctor if you wanted to. If you really, really, really wanted to, you could just fucking you could educate yourself. Isn't that so strange? That's a little bit of an extreme example, but if you wanted to become a nutritionist, like how I'm doing, like I want to become some sort of nutrition expert for my own benefit, I'm just kind of like trial and error, yeah, but I'm also reading. Isn't that so weird and unique? The internet is pretty cool, huh? Okay, so here's where I interpreted something like school wrong. I believe that school was for learning a specific topic. You go to school and you go to history class to learn about history. I think that's just not it. Yes, you're learning history, but that's not the point. I think school was meant to teach you how to learn in general. So like how to research, understand, and comprehend knowledge of a specific subject in general, not just, and it just happened to be like history, English, fucking Spanish, some useless bullshit. But then you use the same tactics to learn those to learn something else. I think if I gave even half of a shit at school, I would probably have an easier time understanding things like education or psychology, something that I actually give a shit about. So that's kind of why I wish I could just like restart, put my ass back in 3rd grade with the memories I have now, just so I can kind of relearn everything. You know what I mean? Allow myself the opportunity to actually educate myself. No, I still don't give a shit about English or history, but I think I give a shit about the ability to learn, you know? And memorization and comprehension and all that bullshit. Gary V, you prick, you're the one who kind of gave me the idea that school didn't matter, so I kind of just gave up. I'm not gonna blame him for the reason why I am not great at learning. I have no one to blame other than myself. Not like it's too late for me. I could always just, you know, start now, which, you know, I'm trying, but it's very slow. I need to get a tan, bro. You're supposed to get tanned before you put on the tan, right? You need a tan as like a base. I assume it would be beneficial not to be omega white. How many did I get? Chat? 13? Somebody called me smart for the first time ever in my life. Like I've never been called smart before, so that felt pretty fucking good, I'm not gonna lie. It seemed like he meant it too. I was describing, you know, like calorie tracking and the importance of a food scale and the importance of not only tracking your calories of protein, but also your carbs and fats and the amount that I recommended and all this shit and like what I was doing specifically. And he was like, "You're pretty smart, man." And I'm like, "Thanks." I was surprised because that's just, it's kind of, I don't want to say it's common knowledge to me because I still don't fully understand it, but it's just kind of like how I think. It's kind of my normal day-to-day. So I was surprised when he said I was smart. Boosted my ego a little bit because I've never heard of that before. I've said this before. I think the biggest reason why I'm not omega jacked and 215 lean right now is because I always super fuck up the bulk. But this time I'm gonna implement strategies that I've never done before, AKA continuing my cardio, just way reducing the intensity and duration as of right now. So going from what's gonna be an hour of cardio every day to like 10 to 15 minutes of like a relatively intense, like a slight incline speed walk sort of after working out every single day. Whoa, cardio on the bulk, why? It helps with blood flow and reduces the amount of fat gain. It's nothing but beneficial. Plus it could also increase hunger levels. I'm also gonna implement low days of calories. What, low days on the bulk? Yes, low days on the bulk, just like I have high days on the cut. It's gonna be, it's almost like a mental fatigue and metabolism reset weekly. I might do one instead of, so I do 2 refuels every week. So I do 5 heavy cuts and then 2 refuels. For if I was to bulk, I would probably do 6 relative, like slow bulks because we're only looking to gain half a pound. And like 1 kind of reset day where I eat nothing but like the absolute minimum. That's the plan at least. If it works, great, and I think it's gonna work. I think it's a phenomenal idea. I'm gonna implement that shit. Although, honestly, I just want food. Macaroons and crumble cookie. But even on the bulk, I can't have that because you still gotta eat clean. Surprise, surprise. Who would have guessed? You are what you eat, my friend. The limiting factor for me when it comes to muscle gain was never the workout intensity or like the sleep recovery. I sleep like a fucking baby on the bulk, bro. 14 hours, like daily, I swear. 9, 10. Nope. Shit, was that 2 or 3 sets? I think that was only 2. I'm just not sure what somebody like Tristan Lee has to do in order to stay insanely lean all the time, or even get to that percentage of body fat. It's literally probably just as simple as he just eats less than most motherfuckers, straight up. And he probably does crazy intense cardio and crazy workout sessions that allow him to burn excess calories, but he also just doesn't eat like shit, you know what I'm saying? So I bet his nutrition is locked in. But it's like, geez, dude, how are you? I just watched a video of him getting his body fat skin caliper tested by like a professional or whatever, and it said 4%, 3.9 I think is what it actually said, but 4%, and he had deep glute striations. This fucker, whether he's 4% or not, he's absolutely sub 6, and I'm struggling with getting low to the 7s. I think I am as lean as I've ever been. Let's do a physique check. God, I probably don't want to do this because I'm like mad insecure right now, but like, it's hard to determine just based off of core. You have to look at quad, you have to look at back, you have to look at arms, all of that shit. But just off of core alone, maybe you guys can get a rough idea. But I did my skin caliper test thing, and it said I was 8.9, and I was about 3.5, 4 weeks ago, something like that. And I think maybe I'm like a little bit leaner than that. I might be a little bit leaner than where I was. I don't think I've went up, but maybe I stayed the same. Who knows? It looks about the same, honestly. So I'm probably still in like the 8s, and I can't figure out how to get to the 7s. Even though I've dropped, I was probably at 2,500 calories when I was 8.9. Now I'm at 1,700, only for 2 days, to be fair. But last week I was at like 2,000, so I was still way lower than what I was when I got measured at 8.9. Who knows, man? It's hard to determine. I wish I could just kind of see his entire day. He doesn't have any videos about that. I just need to see like what his day in the life is. But it's hard to interpret that because it's just so much different because he's an entire foot shorter than me. So obviously his numbers are gonna be drastically different than mine. And genetics also play a factor. But fuck genetics, I'm never gonna let that be my limiting factor. That's just bullshit. Is it as simple as just try harder, bro? Because it might be. And that's exactly what the fuck I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try harder. Whether I'm being delusional or not when it comes to my body fat percentage, still gonna try harder. Because worst case scenario, I just get even leaner. There's just an insane difference between me and him. Like, I could just definitely tell that it's not even close. Which is to be expected. I'm double his body fat, but still.